Welcome back, Football Manager fanatics, to a brand new mini series called 8-Minute Tactics. And in this series, I'll be looking back at the FM versus Showdown to see if the tactics that we create will work in Football Manager. Now, the three teams we're going to use in today's episode is going to be Liverpool, because that's the team that I was drawn in the FM versus Showdown. Burnley, to see if this works with relegation candidates. And also, we're going to be going with Brentford, a mid-table team. Let's see how we get on. Now, in this first episode, we're going to have a look at episode 1 of the FM versus Showdown, when I was forced to play a 5 defender back line and a 3 striker front line as well, with 2 midfielders as well. So this is the FM Showdown. Custom gegenpress on a positive mentality. In possession, fairly wide attacking width, pass into space, overlap right and left and play at the defence, shorter passing directness and a higher tempo as well. Play for set pieces, run at the defence with low crosses in the final third. In transition, counter press and counter, distribute to the flanks and, distribute to fullbacks I should say, and to roll it out distribution style. Out of possession, high line of engagement with a standard defensive line, prevent short goalkeeper distribution and trigger press much more often. With the roles, a goalkeeper on defend, no instructions for them. Inverted wing back on attack, both sides with dribble more, cut inside with the ball, take more risks, cross less often, get further forward, sit narrower and to roam from position. 2 centre defenders either side of a libero on support, no instructions on the libero. Centre defenders on defend with shoot less often, dribble less and to hold the position. 2 Mazzalas on attack with take more risks, get further forward, stay wider, move into the channels and roam from position. And finally 3 advanced forwards. Either side of the central one is move into the channels with the central advanced forward on attack with dribble more and to shoot more often and to move into the channels. Now I'm going to show a quick clip of me sorting out this tactic in the FM versus Showdown. When that's done, we're going to go through the whole season with Liverpool. No badges, no past experience, transfer window has been closed. We're going to go on holiday and let's see how this tactic does. So here we are. I've got the 5-minute timer, but first of all, we've got a tactical style that we need to select for this. But with the timer, let's get it going. 5 minutes starts now. So obviously with Liverpool, we've got 5 defenders and a 3 striker system that we're going to do. I'm just going to go gegenpress and hopefully we have a 5 back formation here. Oh, we need to have the 3 strikers as well. So it's a 5-3-2 as a standard. So let's have a look and see what we got. Advance forward, 2 wingers on support. I mean, if we've got wing backs, maybe I'll kind of want to move these in as an inside forward. Obviously, Liverpool got a vast amount of attacking players that are there. So inside forward again onto attack. And we might as well have an advance forward going all across the line as well. So it was a 5 back. So we're going to bring these back in. I mean, our midfield is going to get really overrun here. But, you know, we're going to do complete wing back on attack, bolting up the right and left hand side, because then it will allow our inside forwards to move inside as well. So a deep line playmaker and a defensive midfielder. I'm not really sure I want to do this. I think my middle defender here is going to be a libero onto support. It's going to come into the midfield to help out. Deep line playmaker. Although I don't really have to have defensive midfielders here. Maybe we're going to move him up. And we'll leave him down as well. So we'll bring him across there. Deep line playmaker. I mean, central midfielder on attack, potentially. Advanced playmaker on attack. I don't want to go too attacking with our kind of defensive line that's here. And I think maybe something along the lines of this is what we're going to go with. It's a little bit asymmetrical. Obviously, complete wing backs going up and down. Libero coming into midfield to support our defensive midfielder, who I'm probably going to put on a deep line playmaker on. Put him on support, and then the libero is going to come on to support as well. Hopefully these 2 centre defenders are going to come in together. We'll leave our goalkeeper where we are. Positive mentality here. In possession, because we've got the wing backs, I kind of want to go fairly wide with this. Play at the defence. We've got 3 defenders and a libero coming up, so why not? And we will overlap on the right and on the left. Pass into space. You know what, I think because we've got the overlaps, we're probably going to need this to come in here. whipped crosses or low crosses. To be fair, I don't think they've really got a target striker, Liverpool, so we're going to bring that down. Passing directness into shorter as well. Because we're passing into space, hopefully those two can kind of help each other out there. Now, hit early crosses, shoot on sight, work ball into the box. Might leave these off just for now. Play for set pieces. We're going to leave that as it is. Run at the defence. Let's do that. We've got two inside forwards there. And creative freedom, we'll leave that as we are. I mean, out of possession. High line. I mean, Zap or Lubo's got 3 defenders as well. So I might want to bring them down. Sorry, 3 strikers, I should say. A standard defensive line and a high line. Press of engagement. Step up more. We're going to get rid of that. We don't want his 3 strikers coming against our back line there. And I mean, our wing backs are going to be going attacking up, so we'll leave that as we are. You know, get stuck in. We'll leave them off as well. We're quite a high intensity tactic, so yeah. In transition, counter, we are gegenpress. Distribute to full centre backs. Maybe we'll go to the full backs instead of the centre backs, and we'll roll it out as well. See how we go in there. Now with our striker, do we want any instructions on here? Mark specific player, roam from position. I mean, the advanced forward is going to go across the lines there as well. Hold up ball, we don't want to do that. We will want him to shoot more often though, and to dribble more. With our inside forwards, obviously they're going to be coming in. They're cutting inside already. When we have the ball, you know what, let's have them staying wider and then cutting inside with the ball as we got there. Leave that as we've got. I'm quite happy with that. The inside forward on the right hand side, we will copy the exact same for that. Stay wider when we got the ball, but then cut inside with it. Very happy with that there. Our advanced playmaker on attack. You know, do I just put you in the middle here? Put you there. Oh, it's 3 strikers I had, wasn't it? So maybe we don't have that. Maybe we do this. So deep line forward. Can we have a pressing forward that goes out into... Yeah, we'll do a pressing forward that will go into the wider positions here. Nearly made a mistake with that then. So stay wider when we have the ball. And we don't want to hold up the ball. We can't take that off. So we'll leave that as we've got then. Oh, there's a pressing forward. It doesn't want me to dribble as much, which isn't great. I don't really like that. But we'll see how we kind of get on. Stay wider when we have the ball. And then we're going to cut inside as well. Move into channels. No, maybe we'll go with that instead. Yeah, we'll just move into the channels with that. The wing backs are going to be going up. The libero is going to come up into the midfield here as well. So quite happy with this. Advanced playmaker. I mean, maybe we go for Carrillo on support with a ball winning midfielder. Do we want a box-to-box midfielder here? Maybe. I think we're going to be overrun in our midfield regardless. And so close, we nearly won the Premier Division with Liverpool. We finished 2nd place, 85 points on the board, 1 point behind Manchester City, 27 wins over 38 games, 4 draws and 7 losses, with a plus 62 goal difference as well. Now, none of our players are involved with the goals or the average rating, but for assists, McAllister on 14 and Szoboszlai on 14 as well. Alisson was 3rd with 13 clean sheets across the season also. Looking at the team stats and how we got on there, we scored the most goals in the Premier League, 100 goals scored in total. We had the most shots for as well, 689, which is 135 more than Manchester City. However, few shots against, we weren't involved here, nor with the best pass completion. But for possession, we were 7th with 54% average across the season. We're not involved with the most tackles won, but joint 6th for most dribbles made in the league. Joint 3rd for the most clean sheets. And 4th for the fewest conceded as well. In other competitions, Europa League were knocked out in the quarterfinal to RB Leipzig. We won the FA Cup fantastically, and we were knocked out in the 4th round of the Carabao Cup to Blackburn Rovers as well. Looking at the schedule and how we got on, obviously we know we won the FA Cup, so we're going to leave that out of there. But did we get any big victories here? And as we can actually see, we drew with Man City, then beat Arsenal and Aston Villa. A fantastic run where we didn't lose until we got into December. So that is roughly about 20 games there where we lost to Nottingham Forest 3-1, but we bounced back with a 5-0 victory over Sheffield United. Some bad losses here though. Tottenham through to Aston Villa. We lost 3 of the 4, drawing with Arsenal 1-1. You know what, it's not done too badly. 5-0 against Burnley, 6-0 against Brentford. There's some goals in this team. Obviously, we scored 100 goals over the season as well in the Premier Division. How did we get on with the team? How did we play? Let's see the goals. So, Mohamed Salah, 26 goals and 14 assists across the season. Darwin Nunez with 26 goals and 9 assists. Hotter with 21 and 12. Szoboszlai with 12 and 21, so the opposite way around there. Cody Gakpo, 10 and 14, and McAllister with 10 and 23. As you can see, a lot of our players scored a lot of goals in this tactic. Very nice to see, considering it's a 5 back with a 3 up front. Our next test is going to be with Burnley. Let's get into it. Now, the media prediction for Burnley was to finish in 18th place, and we finished in 9th. Absolutely fantastic. 15 wins, 6 draws, and 17 losses across the season. We actually had a minus goal difference as well of -9, which isn't fantastic. We're not involved for any of the player stats for goals, average assists, average rating, player of the matches, clean sheets, or yellow cards. But were we involved in any of the team stats as well? 7th for the most amount of goals scored in the Premier League with 61. Most shots for, we're 8th there as well, 448. We're not involved for the few shots against or the pass completion, nor for the possession. Tackles won, most dribbles made, most clean sheets, and fewest conceded. We weren't involved in any of those, but still, a 9th place finish is fantastic. 3rd round knockout by Hull in the FA Cup, and in the Carabao Cup, we were knocked out in the 4th round to Nottingham Forest. Now, I can see straight away a big sea of red losses here. How did we manage to finish 9th in this division? Yeah, maybe we don't use it with lower leagues. I mean, we only won potentially 5 games, 6 games at the start of the year. Not fantastic, but we did pick up after January, where we won the majority of our games. That's 8 wins, 3 losses, and 2 draws out of the remaining games there. I mean, that run at the end is fantastic. We beat Arsenal 3-2, beat Villa 5-2, beat Wolves 3-2, beat Brentford 3-2. We concede goals with this one. We beat West Ham 2-1 and Luton 3-1 as well. So obviously it seems to work with kind of the higher end teams so far. But Datro Fofana with 15 goals and 7 assists across the season. Manuel Benson with 11 and 10. Downey with 10 and 4. Lyle Foster with 10 and 3. There is still a smattering of goals across the team here, which is quite nice to see. So as we can see, Liverpool, we finished 2nd with the tactic. Burnley, we finished 9th. Now let's see how we get on with Brentford. Now, Brentford's media prediction was to finish in 11th place, although we have finished in 9th, so it's not world breaking, but 18 wins, 8 draws, and 12 losses across the season. Only 12 isn't too bad. A +5 goal difference, which isn't the worst. But we were only 4 points away from 6th place here, so a couple of results going in our favour would have been helpful there. Although we can see that we have qualified for the Europa League, so let's see how we've done that. Player stats wise, we're not involved with the goals, average rating, or the assists, player of the matches, clean sheets, or yellow cards. So pretty similar to the Burnley test that we did. Most goals for, we scored the 3rd most goals in the Premier League, 87 across the season. 7th for most shots for. Few shots against, we're not involved, nor for the pass completion, nor for the possession either. Tackles won, most dribbles made, clean sheets, or fewest conceded. So quite attacking. We shipped quite a few goals by the looks of it here, but we did qualify for the Europa League, and that is because we've won the English FA Cup. We'll get into that in a second. We were knocked out in the 3rd round to Manchester United in the Carabao Cup. So FA Cup, we beat Everton 2-1 in the final. Kevin Sade topping the goals in the competition and also topping the player of the matches, getting 4 assists as well. So a fantastic achievement for Kevin Sade. In the semi-final, we beat Arsenal on penalties. It was 3-3 after full time. In the quarter-final, we beat Manchester United, so payback for the Carabao Cup. We beat them in the quarter-final. In the 5th round, again, extra time, we beat Liverpool. So we've kind of beaten the big teams on the way to the final. Brentford, beat Swansea 4-2 in the 4th round. You know what a fantastic achievement, winning the FA Cup. It kind of makes up for the poor league form that we did in as well. But speaking of the poor league form, how did we perform across the season in the Premier Division? Now, there are 12 losses to accommodate for here, and we actually had a pretty bad start to the season until we came up to Sheffield United when we beat them 5-1. Lost 5-1 to Liverpool, however, and then lost 5-0 to Manchester United. Some big wins, though, for us. 4-2 against Burnley, a 4-1 against Forest, 4-3 against Sheffield United, a 5-5 against Liverpool here. And again, just like with the other one, a good end to the season here. We beat Arsenal 3-2, Villa 2-0, beat Wolves 3-2, beat Luton 3-0. There is some goals coming in. I mean, last day of the season, we beat Chelsea 5-2. So we know that Sade was top goal scorer in the FA Cup, but Johan Wissa was top goal scorer for us over the season, 23 goals and 10 assists. Kevin Sade, 18 goals, 14 assists. Mwembo, 12 goals and 11 assists. So not a spread around as the Burnley team, but you know what? A 9th place finish and winning the FA Cup, it's not bad going. Now, to be restricted with 5 at the back and 3 strikers, I think the tactic's done quite well across the 3 challenges there. If you haven't already, go and watch the FM versus Showdown. It's some of the best content I think that I've made so far. Myself and Zach Boolan, loving the series, so show it some love and give it a go. This tactic, yeah, it's not going to be one to download for yourself, but you've got the instructions at the start of the video if you want to use it. Let me know how you get on as well. But this was just a fun little episode. There's going to be some more coming out as well. If you do like the video, let me know down below. Hit the like button and subscribe if you haven't already. There will be some more videos coming out, I'm sure, in the future. I'll see you next time. Now, this video wasn't to showcase this has been the best tactic in the world. It was just to show that you can make a tactic in 8 minutes and it can perform quite well as well.